compared to spending like an $800 fee, I would only have to spend $100 to $200.
That black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic, magic, black yo magic, that black yo magic.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samaya and I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a what's in my backpack video. And I know I just transferred to Alabama State University, and so I'm going to be bringing you guys a couple back to school related videos. And this year I decided to go paperless, hence why I'm bringing you a little what's in my backpack video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the backpack that I got is this cute black Michael Kors backpack. I got it for about like $100 at Ross. And so let me just go ahead and open up my backpack. So the first thing that I pulled out is this little bag. Before it was a makeup bag, but right now I just keep my charger for my iPad and my iPhone because I need to buy a new charger for my phone because I lost it. I have no idea where it went. But then I also have some pencils in case I have to like write lecture notes or something or turn in a piece of paper in class. You know, just in case. Even though I'm paperless, you always want to be prepared in the event something does happen. This case is where I keep all my Apple pencils. So I'm gonna just open this up and show you what's inside. So here's the box. And I'm dropping stuff. So here is the little box to my Apple charger, and then I have two pencils in here, and this is the first pencil I ever got, but the little ballpoint piece had like messed up and it kind of ripped off. But this is my Apple pencil. So this is the first generation Apple pencil, and this itself is about $99. There is another second generation Apple pencil, but I didn't get that because I believe I would have had to upgrade to the newest iPad Pro, and that just didn't financially make sense for me. So yeah, and then I also have a flash drive in here for my computer information science class, which is just a business computer class. And then I also have the little adapter that goes to the cord for your charger to charge your Apple pencil, but you can also open this here and then you can plug that into your iPad and charge it that way in case you don't happen to have your charger. So these are the different things that I use to take my notes on my iPad. So the next thing I have in here is just my Tommy Hilfiger wallet. Then I also keep a bottle of lotion in case my hands ever get dry. So yeah. Okay, so the last thing that I have in this main piece is my iPad Pro. And this is the iPad Pro in a 10.5 inch, and I know you guys can see the way. So this is the iPad Pro in the 10.5 inch, and if you haven't already, this is the wallpaper I had in my what's on my iPad video. So I'm going to go into a couple apps that I have in here, but I'm not going to go into everything. Okay, so that is everything that is in this main compartment here. So I'm just going to unzip this front pouch and go into the stuff that's in here. And I kind of have it stuffed full of stuff because it is a smaller backpack, but I just find it's more convenient. And it's nice to have like a really light backpack that doesn't have like an extensive amount of books, because like I said before, all my books are currently on my iPad except for one. But since I have a car, I usually just take that one class, but the textbook also still fits into here as long as I don't have too much stuff in it. So then what's in this last little section is I just keep my headphones, and yes, I do not have the AirPods. So sorry, I'm broke, and these came free with my phone, so I'm gonna just keep it, period. Okay, so that's that. Then I also just keep my car keys in here when I'm going to class. Then I just keep my student ID and my license in this little ID port, but I never like to put them on this side just because with my nails or just in general, I can never get them out of that thing, so it's just easier to keep them in these two slots as well. And then everything else is just like my dorm key and my car keys. Then I just keep a little tube of lip gloss as well, a pack of gum so my breath is always fresh, and then also a calculator for my accounting class. And it's just a small calculator because now that I'm in my major, I don't really need one of those big TI-83 calculators. So yeah, I just have this cute little, simple little calculator, and it's like this. Yeah. Okay, so now let's get into opening up my iPad. Okay, so when you open up my iPad, these are some of the things that you will see. So this wallpaper that I have on my screen, I actually got from an Instagram page, and it is at x718_, and she has a lot of really dope, like just black inspired artwork, and I just think it's really great. So I'm just going to slide over to this side, and this has all of the apps that I typically use on a day-to-day basis for both YouTube as well as academics. So in this first tab here is just Notability, Cengage, and then Connect, which I haven't gotten into Connect yet because that's a different app for another class. So the main two apps I'm going to be showing you guys is just Notability and Cengage, and these are the two things that I typically use regularly. So in Notability, these are some of the applications that I do typically use on a regular basis. So here I just have my planner, and this is where I keep my digital planner and everything, but that's going to be another video. So here I just have all of the classes that I have for this current semester, and then I have them broken down into either notes, or this one I have a couple different sections where I have my lecture notes, my chapter notes, where I have my notes for my textbook and my homework. A lot of these tabs don't have that many notes just because it is the beginning of the school year, so a lot of this stuff isn't filled out. Okay, so we're going to go into economics, and this is one of the classes where I was just really taking notes because he kind of drags on with the class, so I had enough time to really just kind of draw out my notes. The nice thing that I like about using Notability and just being a paperless student in general is because my handwriting is, it's like decent, but I don't have the best of handwriting, nor am I like the, you know, Pinterest kind of note taker, right? So this is something you have where you can add text and you can type out your notes, and you can do a mixture of typed notes and written notes. And usually I don't like to use a laptop just because you tend to just copy word for word what's going on in the lecture. But then you can use this writing tool, and you can change the different thicknesses of the pen and how it writes as well. And then you also have a bunch of different color options. But the other thing that's nice is you can add colors, and so you can use any color using this tool. So you can make your own custom color using this as well. Like this is a custom color that I made for my digital planner, and I'll make it a little bigger so you guys can see. So this is something that I use, and it's just this pretty kind of salmon color, but it was meant to be more like a rose gold. So there's just that. Then you also have this highlighting feature, which I find really cool because it just makes it so it's realistic, but then you can also make it so it's kind of more perfect. Now this is a feature that they updated with Notability, and it's the shape tool. So you can draw shapes, and if you just hold down for a couple seconds, it creates perfect shapes later. And another feature that they recently adjusted is, before when you took notes you had the whole and the, well, now we have the whole and the partial. Before we just had the whole, and what that means is you just had the feature where it would just completely erase a whole sentence, and if you just wanted to erase a little segment, that wasn't very effective. So now you have a partial where you can adjust the size of how much it erases as well, and you can just erase, well, let me use something bigger so you guys can see. Then you have the ability to erase like a regular eraser. So that's one neat feature that they have. But then you also have the select tool. And the cool thing about the select tool is that you can, one, move your text around. So if your professor goes and talks about one thing and then later adds something to that topic later in the lecture, then you don't have to erase your whole notes like you would with the regular paper. You can go back and add that section in with written handwriting. So the other thing too is you also have the lasso tool, so you can also create funky shapes and erase just certain sections instead of the box tool, because that can be a little difficult to navigate. So that's one update that they also have. Now this is amazing because you're able to listen to the lecture and play it back so you can study later. But then I can tap certain sections and it'll move to that recording, as well as it writes in real time. So that's another cool feature. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. So you can see that it's writing in real time as the lecture is recording. And that is one of my favorite features of the app. Okay, so now that we've moved out of that, then you also have these features here where you can add different media kind of text. So you can add pictures from your photo gallery, you could take pictures straight from your iPad, you can use GIFs, which isn't that helpful, but you know, you can be a little crafty with your notes so it can be memorable. You still gotta focus in class. That is the point, to actually do well in class, not just doodling. But then you can also take web clips, which can be very helpful for lecture note taking, because it's easier than just creating whole diagrams and you can search. So like you can see that I already searched SWOT analysis and I took an image, and then you can create diagrams and use this in your lecture. And all you have to do is click done in this upper right corner, and then you already have this diagram and it goes underneath the text you've written. And you can write on top of it, as well as you can crop it so you only see the information that you want to see. So those are some helpful and useful features that they have for that. Then the other cool thing, which you can use, I clicked the wrong thing, is you can change the paper texture and color in the app as well, which can make it a little more interesting, especially if you have other preferences, because some people have specific preferences to the tools that they use. And you can also use the different types of grids, so you can use this for math class. So really I've seen mostly just biology and mathematics majors who really are fond of this app, but as a business major it can still be useful for any kind of subject that you take notes in as well. And then another feature is you can split your notes so you can look at two things. So say I wanted to open up my planner, I just have to click the side that I wanted to open up to, and then I can see that split screen so I can see two notes. So if you needed to transfer different notes into two things, you can do that as well. But another feature, let me close out of this, you can also, using the iPad, say let's go into Cengage, which is what I use for my textbook. I can pull this up and I'm going to bring this over to this corner and I'm just going to drop it there. Then I can adjust this so I can see my textbook and my notes simultaneously at the same time, and I can also adjust how much this actually takes up in space for my iPad. And that's something that can be really great for students because one, you don't have a huge textbook to carry, but two, then you can visually see it at the same time as well. So now that we are in this, these are the different classes that I have in Cengage. But this is my receipts from the bookstore. So my original price here, what I would have spent was like $800, which is what I would have spent normally with just getting books. And this is just ridiculous because textbooks tend to be very, very expensive. So you can see the Cengage price is $119 for the semester. And so this is 4 months and you can get all of your textbooks for $119.99. So a good portion, a good 4 of these classes that were here were included in this price. So compared to spending like an $800 fee, I would only have to spend $100 to $200 using the Cengage. So that's a pretty big price difference as well. So those are just some of the things that I wanted to mention. Okay, so that is everything that I have in my backpack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before we head out, make sure you do those 4 important things. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bar, and share this with somebody you think would enjoy this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Oh, trying to grab a bit of that black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic, that black yo magic.